This video is brought to you by John Robson Guitar Tuition. If you enjoy the content, please consider supporting the channel by enrolling on a course, purchasing some guitar lessons or a t-shirt, or you can join my Patreon. Now, on with the show. Hello chaps, welcome once again to John Robson Guitar Tuition. As always, I do hope you're well. Yes, as you can see, we're back on the Pacifica again today. You just saw me there having a little bit of fun with it, and incidentally, the full tab in both Guitar Pro and PDF formats, along with a clip of me playing the solo and the backing track to play along with it for yourself. That's all up on my Patreon page. There's the address, link in the description. $3 a month or £2.50 and you get access to all of these bits and pieces that go along with these YouTube videos, and a massive thank you to everybody who supports me in that or any of the other ways, all of which are linked in the description. Yes, so to the Pacifica. Excuse me, itchy ear. Yeah, if you don't know the story behind this, then basically it was modified. You can see it's been kind of hot-rodded. We've got a Vanson humbucker in the bridge. I think it's a Classic 57, might be wrong. And a PAF at the neck. We've got a bridge that's been upgraded. We've got the Wilkinson bridge with a big fat trem block in the back. It's currently decked, so it's just a fixed bridge instrument at the moment, which suits me fine. Set of Vanson tuners and a roller string tree. So it's, you know, it's had it's been accessorized, you know, and upgraded in that way. It's a lovely little guitar, you know. This was all done by a chap called Steve, who basically did all the modifications and then sent me the guitar to do some videos with. And after I've finished with the videos, Steve has asked me to pass it on to a local charity I support called Zoe's Place Baby Hospice. Basically, they're a fantastic charity that do lots of great work with very seriously ill kids. And this guitar will be going to them, and they can auction it off or use it as a raffle prize or whatever. Anyway, yeah, this is usually where I start telling you all about, you know, what the guitar feels like and, you know, how it plays and all that sort of stuff. But it's a Pacifica. You know, it's a 30-year-old design that has been among the top-selling guitars for pretty much all of those 30 years. So there's a fair chance that each and every one of you watching this know exactly what a Pacifica feels like. and sounds like and how it responds and everything. You know, there's a reason why it's such a high, sells in such high numbers, because it's a great guitar. You know, this was the guitar, this model of guitar, the 112, which when it came out in the early 90s, it pretty much shamed Squier into using solid timbers for their for their Stratocasters. You know, in the late 80s, early 90s, if you bought a Squier Stratocaster, it was made of plywood. And it's more than anything else what we have to thank this model of guitar for, the Pacifica 112, is that it essentially meant that people didn't go out and buy Marlin sidewinders anymore. God, you remember those awful guitars? But when Yamaha proved that you could make an affordable, decent quality guitar, made of solid timbers, that was kind of a bit of a turning point, and from then on in, things just tended to get better, and, the whole sort of cheap guitar revolution kind of began, really. I think Max Carlyle, Guitar Max, he often says that we're living in a golden age of cheap guitars, and he's not wrong. And I think this guitar had a lot to do with the dawning of that said golden age. The mods that Steve has done to it, primarily the pickups, I think it's a genius idea, this humbucker and P90. It's increasingly becoming, as I think I said on Thursday when I unboxed this guitar, a very popular pickup layout. There's some of those new or rebooted Shergold guitars have got this kind of configuration. The PRS Vela, which admittedly doesn't have a P90, it has a PRS P90 alike, but it's a big fat single coil. And, countless other, guitars that seem to be getting this pickup combination as standard these days. And it's understandable why, because for me it is a best of both worlds combination. You've got that sort of a lovely warm clean sound. I think I've got dialed in here. Yeah. You've got kind of a mixture of the fatness and the girth and the warmth of something that has Gibson on the headstock, but you've still got the clarity and the transparency and the snap of a Fender type guitar. It'll kind of get you into a well, I won't say it'll sound like a Strat, but what it'll do is it'll produce a sound that will fit in the same sonic part of the jigsaw that a Strat sound would normally kind of occupy. And then humbucker, and you've got all the shouty stuff on top. Neck pickup, you've got, when you go to the P90, just dial back the guitar's volume. And it's suddenly it's a big ES something or other, a big jazz box. You could make it even more, kind of versatile by putting single coil switching on the humbucker with a push-pull pot or something like that. This guitar doesn't have it, and frankly, I wouldn't bother. It's versatile enough as it is. So there you go. It's a lovely little guitar, this, and I want to say a massive thank you to Steve for doing all of the work on this guitar and then just giving it away. This will be going to Zoe's place, and they can do whatever they see fit with it to raise money for the very, very worthy work that they do. And those are my thoughts on this lovely little Pacifica. Hope you enjoyed the video and found it reasonably entertaining. And if you have, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell if you haven't already done so. And please give me a like while you're there. And that's all I've got for you today, folks. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your time. Look after yourselves. Stay well, stay safe, and above all, stay sane. Bye for now.